assume, since I am amongst a group of aficionados, that you are well read in the green papers of the Conservative Party, as certainly two of them have been out for almost a year now, giving you ample time to absorb their radical nature. One of those is called Control Shift, which was published in February last year, and it really is radical in terms of our commitment to devolve power to local government. And the point of a green paper is that it's a consultation paper, and we precisely want to invite you to read it and, as practitioners, to respond to what's in it, and as far as possible, hone it, so that if we are lucky enough to form the next government, then when it's translated into a white paper or translated into law, that it is something that you have had a chance to help shape. So as far as possible, it works in an optimum way. So I'm taking as given that the Housing Green Paper and the Decentralisation Green Paper are read this morning. But I particularly today, I wanted to highlight a couple of areas. I don't think there's any doubt that in the Green Paper Control Shift, there is a very strong dimension of financial devolution, something I've just heard Chris say you would like, and understandably you would like. And I feel that perhaps the business community, if not the local government community, hasn't seen the quiet revolution that is proposed within that paper. And I want to focus today on the interface between local government and business in a new decentralised world which we're proposing. And I also quite poignantly want to focus on the issue of social housing. Now, the reason why I've plucked those two areas out of our work on decentralisation is because together those subjects, if dealt with correctly, are the two things that are most likely to deliver meaningful regeneration. And given that we're meeting just the day after the figures came out that show that the UK has come out of recession, which obviously we welcome, I think it's very important to think about the response of the local government community and the business community, together with those they serve, including the very vulnerable, in terms of making the recovery stick, making it work, and making us progress quickly out of a period of weak economic growth into a period of strength again. So I've especially selected those two areas. I'm sure you'll agree with me that it is a relief to have that formal confirmation that the UK has nudged out of recession. But equally, I think for us to be confident that the recovery is established, we're probably going to have to wait and see this first quarter's results as well. So I think it's fair to say that the economy remains fragile, and it's incumbent on all of us to think how it could be strengthened. And it does mean that the challenge facing business is going to be that much tougher. All businesses, large, medium, small, local, national and global, are all wrestling with this question about how to sustain recovery. And it rests with politicians to make sure that they are given every advantage and every opportunity to succeed. National and local politicians doing all we can to help them succeed, to generate revenue and generate employment. Now, some businesses are going to be better placed than others, which is why we enable local councils to give business rate discounts where they see local firms need a lifeline. And this is an important element of financial devolution. You know, all of you can think of your own locality. I think of mine, the West Midlands, is badly affected by this recession. And there are businesses that you are sorry to see go on the high street. And maybe a stitch in time might have prevented that happening. Some of your communities will have strategic businesses that are absolutely vital to their survival, especially in rural areas. It may be that the post office, or the country pub is the only business in the community, now perhaps providing a multifaceted array of services to the community. And what I am proposing is that local authority would have the power to provide a discount of business rates to existing businesses and, for that matter, new businesses coming to the area. It's going to be an important stepping stone in binding together the success of councils with the business communities they serve. And I actually think this is an important step towards an enhanced relationship between the business community and local government. You might remember the history of all of this, but in the past, of course, the business rate was set locally. And then there was a bad time as far as business was concerned, where business rates rose well above inflation, and a decision was made to take the business rate setting to the centre in order to protect business. And actually, business has done quite well out of that arrangement latterly. If you look at the rate of increase in council tax and compare that to the rate of increase in business rates, and there is no question that business has benefited from the central setting of business rates. But we believe the time is right to devolve some power in this area and to grant some financial autonomy, and the power to local authorities to vary the business rate is a step in this direction. So it's an important part of rebuilding the trust between local government and business. And it will bring business much more closely into relationship with you in local government. And you will move from being the tax collector who sends the money to London, which you may or may not see some small change from, to actually be much more active in the question of the business rate that actually applies to the business in your locality. So that's an important element of financial devolution. As well as giving councils the power to apply discounts, we're going to give councils the right to keep the proceeds of business rates where they have new business activity in their area, which outperforms the average. Now, this is going to deliver at a stroke a powerful and urgent incentive to outperform rivals in attracting new business to the area and deriving the income that flows from that. I think that is going to be probably one of the most important measures to help regenerate our economy. So that means every council has an incredibly strong incentive to go out there and attract new business to come and locate in your area. Now, to some extent, that already happens. The drive to bring business into the area, to provide jobs in the area, is very strong. But this is really a powerful new incentive because you will be able to keep the increased business rate for 6 years. And you will be free to use that money as you see fit in your community. The essence of localism is that I don't tell you how to use that money. Now, you may use it to provide the business rate discounts for existing businesses. You might use it to provide something important in terms of the infrastructure for your local community. But it is a new income stream that you presently don't have, and a very important plank of our approach to financial devolution. The stimulus of business rates as a 6-year income stream, I think, will really help focus our minds in local government on getting shops filled and offices let, on helping the entrepreneurs who present at the job centre to get a helping hand to get started in business in your locality. But as I've said before, I fear that the gathering storm for business is going to hit just as we inch out of this recession, has to do with the changes proposed for the tax regime in April this year. And I think it's going to be very important when those come in that local government is ready to provide all the help it can.